Welcome class to chapter 5.3, write linear equations in point-slope form. So we have been introduced to slope-intercept form. I've talked about standard form. We haven't really gotten into standard form yet, but we've talked about standard form. And now we're going to talk about a new one, point-slope form. Another method of graphing. You could use this method to get it into slope-intercept form like you'll see today. So point-slope form, what is it? The point-slope form of the equation of the non-vertical line through a given point x1 and y1 with a slope of m is, so here is the equation right here, y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So I know right from this equation that I need a slope and I need an ordered pair to be able to put it into this equation. Your x here and your y will always be in your equation as y and x. Okay, so you'll be plugging information here, here. So this will be information that you plug in here. Okay, so very important that you note that. Okay, and your y will come right here, and your x will come right here. So write an equation in point-slope form of the line that passes through the point for -3 and has a slope of 2. So let me rewrite the equation here. So it's very important that you notice on this point-slope equation that these signs right here are subtraction. The formula tells us they are subtraction, so they may change, and you'll see why they change here in a second. So when I plug information in, this y will always be the same, so y minus, and I look at my y value, which is -3, equals my m, and they give me my m, which is 2, parentheses, remember my x will always be there, minus, and 4. So two negatives here make a positive, so y plus 3 equals 2 parentheses x minus 4. And all this asks us to do is write an equation in point-slope form. And that's what it is right there. Y plus 3 equals 2 parentheses x minus 4. Okay, so it's very important that you notice the signs. Watch these signs, okay, because on the next problem that we work on, we're going to have to kind of work a little bit backwards from this right here. So it's very important that you notice the signs and the value of this number right here. You'll see why right now. So this is graph the equation y plus 2 equals 2/3 parentheses x minus 3. And we can graph it by getting out the information we need. If we go back, we know that we need this information, the slope and the ordered pair. So going back here, we know that y minus y1 equals, so y minus y1 equals m parentheses x plus x1. And then plug the information in. So we know from here, we can see that our m is automatically 2/3. And we know that our ordered pair, okay, here's our y. Now the y sign changed to a plus. So we know that it's originally a negative. So we know that that 2 must be a -2. And this 3 is a subtraction, which is the same that's in the formula. So we know that that is a 3. Sorry, I don't know why I put a plus there. So here is our information from that point-slope formula. So plotting this now, 3, -2. Now we have our slope, 2/3, so up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3 would be somewhere right at the edge there. So connect my line here. That is the graph in slope-intercept, in point-slope form. Okay? So easily you can identify your slope. The problem is you need to make sure that your ordered pairs is right by the signs. It's very important that your signs are correct for your ordered pair. So now use point-slope form to write an equation in slope-intercept form. So we have this line right here, and we have to write it in point-slope form first. So let's get all the information we need. So we need our slope. So to find our slope, we know that we need 2 points. Well, we know this point right here exactly, and we know this point right here exactly. So this point right here is 1, 1, and you need to know 2 definite points. And our point here would be -1, 3. So to find our slope, we know we can go 3 minus 1, and then -1 minus 1, which is 2 over -2, which is -1. And that makes sense. It's negative slope. I know my line from left to right is decreasing. So now we need to pick an ordered pair. Choose any of the ordered pairs. I like to choose all positive numbers if possible, so that I do not need to change any of my signs in my formula. So if you can choose all positive, I would recommend that. So y minus 1 equals -1, my slope, parentheses x minus 1. Now I have it in point slope. I have to change it to slope-intercept form. So we know in slope-intercept form, we want to isolate our y to get y alone. So we're going to distribute this -1 here. Add the 1 over to isolate our y. We know that y equals -1x plus 2. And now, since section 5.1 and section 5.2, we can look at this and ask ourselves, does this relate to this graph here? We know that 2 is our y-intercept, it's our b. So if we go to 0, 2, yep, that line is right there. Okay, -1 down, 1 over, -1 up, 1 over, rise over run. So that would fit our line, this y-intercept. So everything here checks out that it is correct. Okay? So, very important, point slope form. Okay, you should be able to memorize this. Okay, y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1, knowing that these parts of the equation will automatically be in the equation at all times, okay, and they do not change. These things right here in the equation can change, okay, and they will change. Okay, knowing that we need the slope and we need one ordered pair. Okay, graphing it. Okay, making sure you watch the signs. Okay, very important. And then being able to graph it in point slope form into the slope intercept form. So, write an equation in point slope form of the line that passes through the point -1, 4 and has a slope of -2. You're just writing the equation. Graph the equation y minus 1 equals negative parentheses x minus 2. There is a number that is in between the parentheses and the negative sign there. Okay, so very important that you understand that you must put a number there that will identify your slope, because this is where your slope is, your m. Okay, so think about what that number is. And then write an equation in point slope form of the line that passes through the points 2 and 3 and 4 and 4. Then write the point slope form line in slope intercept form. So a couple steps here in the third problem. So if you have any questions, let me know. Rewind the video, listen to it again. Just take your time with it and make sure you get all the notes down in your books, in your notebook. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you soon.